we have our families, we have our children. Roughly, the children's age group of all of us is roughly in the age of that either this newborns or KG1 or first standard max. So we have to pay attention to them also. So the point over here is, yeah, it's live. It's live. Okay, it's live. So the point over here is everyone, those who are watching on YouTube also, this is the first class. So this will be available on YouTube also, orientation. Those who are watching on YouTube also, remember, time is always a constraint. I would always suggest go through the main parts which are taught in the class. Okay? Don't go for too much studies. Otherwise, what happens if you plan for 3 to 4 hours a day, you won't have a family time. And it's not possible at this age. Okay? So follow the classes. Important points, what all are required, are covered over there. Nothing else is required then. Okay. Only follow the classes, ebooks, and test. Test you do it definitely because test means what? Once you give the test, you get roughly the idea where you stand. Okay. And what can you do is importantly, this job when we work for 10 to 12 hours, sometimes it happens that we don't have customers, okay, in our branch wherever we are working, or we don't have some time in our banking job. We don't have the customers in our banking job. It happens sometimes. So at that time, at least for next 2 months, what you do is you try to capture that time as much as possible. Avoid using all these WhatsApp groups and these various Telegram groups. Okay, overwhelming emails, too many emails, avoid them. Instant messages, avoid them. Means all this shopping and notifications, everything, avoid, try to avoid them. Unnecessary friends. Why? Means 2 months only. I'm only talking of 2 months. After that, you can do whatever. Means you have a full lifetime, isn't it? But the point over here is the question is of two increments. It's that simple. Question is of two increments for the lifetime. Okay. So two increments means what? After all, it's not that simple. Huh? Understand? Two increments if you are at the age of let's say 30, 35. Okay. One sec. If you are at the age of 30, 35, let's say I'm taking an average age of 30. Okay. Then you have up to 58. Okay. So you have roughly two increments, 28 years per month. Okay. Do an SIP of the extra amount. Roughly you'll be getting what? If you are at the in this clerical level or even at the officer level, roughly you get 1200 to 1300. Roughly I'm taking average figure. It can be more or less, okay? Depending on your experience. Somebody gets 1000 fresher, somebody gets some 1300. So I'm taking an average of 1200. So even if you do a SIP of 1200 per month for 28 years, how much will it be? It will boil down to around what? 1200 into 12, right? 12 12 the 144 means 10,000 roughly. Okay, 10,500 on an average per year into 28 years. This amount will lead to around 60 to 70 lakhs. Means after this doing this CAGR, compounded annual growth rate. See here, CAGR means what? Compounded annual growth rate, CAGR. So that's why don't take these subjects and CIB like just another exam. It's after all money. Okay. So avoid online shopping, avoid instant messages, friends. Mainly this WhatsApp groups and unnecessary friends. Avoid them for some time. So guidance for professional is required definitely because after all, you also might have experienced by now in your ABM, right? You might have experienced that it's not possible at all. Here, within 2 months, these four subjects and one elective, and that also doing it on your own. Those books average pages are what 400, 500 per book 500, right? So those books within 2 months, even if you start 3 months, let me say 3 months, okay. So generally we start a study 3 months before. So 3 months, 500 pages into five, right? What are they? Not possible at all. So professional guidance is required because what happens? The professional guidance, in the sense, what I mean to say is, you'll be needing what is to be studied and what not is to be studied. As I told you just now, Module A and Module B, focus on that only. Module C and D are a bit easier in BFM. So that's what experience counts. Because we ourselves have taken the batches, roughly I've taken almost what, 35, 36 batches. I myself worked in these departments. To be frank, here, I have many of you, those who are new, okay, you might not be knowing me. Means what have I done, background, everything. I have worked in foreign banks, in various departments, and Indian private banks. I have never worked in nationalized banks at all. Okay, I started from the cooperative banking, then I went to the HDFC Bank, private bank, then I went to Citigroup, trade finance, then DBS, Development Bank of Singapore. So I worked in these departments also, not only retail banking. Retail banking, I was there for around 5, 6 years, 5 years. Then corporate banking, 4 years roughly. Yeah. So in that, I was covering this corporate banking also in one of the banks. Corporate banking means loaning, funding. Then trade finance, I have done that. I worked in trade finance actually. So that's why these department, this module A, it was a daily routine for me. That's why I'm saying professional guidance is required, because if you understand what the actual scenario is there, the one who is teaching you, he or she will be able to guide you where it is to be done, where it is to be focused, and where it is not to be focused. We all are, I mean, I myself am CIB and CDCS and everything. All these things have been done by me earlier only. So that's why, remember, you are in the safe hands. There are 2, 3 exams which are very important. After CIB, if you want, you can go for this. Those who want a career in trade finance, okay, you can go for the CDCS exam also. Good one, huh? Yeah. Oh, good, good, good. Gopal, you are in. Acha. Chalo, good, yaar. I was in the original one earlier at that time. Good to see you, Bat. Okay. Good morning. So, uh, so the point over here is you need to get the professional guidance over here. Everyone remember this. Yeah. Hi, morning, Madan. Morning, morning, everyone. Everyone. Yeah. So the point over here is whenever you take the professional guidance, those who are on YouTube, those who have joined, it's okay. Those who are on YouTube and watching it for the first session, okay. Remember, the professional should be trustworthy. See, what happens is many of them come to you, okay. Many of them come to you that this is my class, this is my portion, this is what. But after all, the professional should have a proven track record. That's important. Otherwise, what happens, like all those Ponzi schemes coming up, right? What are those Ponzi schemes? Invest invest in this and get 10% returns, 12% returns, double in 1 year. All these are Ponzi schemes. Similar to that, we have Ponzi schemes in studies also. Sure success. Then what? This success. That's if unless you don't study, okay, nobody can give you success. It's that simple. We can only guide you. Sure, this teacher or any we don't call teacher actually over here at the senior level. We have this andragogy and pedagogy, isn't it? You might have studied this andragogy, right? And pedagogy. In school, we have pedagogy. Schools, we have pedagogy. Pedagogy means children, okay? But here we don't have pedagogy. We have andragogy because everyone has their own brains over here. They have their own thoughts, right? So here we don't call the one who is teaching as a teacher. Okay, he is just the pathway. He is like that electric pole on the road. He just shows you the path, but you have to move on that path. Okay, you have to do your own studies. So proven track record should be there, and friendly, empathetic should be there. Empathetic means he or she must understand it, and we at Adda we definitely do all these things. Okay, because we understand. We have taught the bankers only. Now, how can I rob my time from the schedules? Here, read the GRs as much as possible. This is the best way what you can do from for robbing your time from the bank schedule. Do by doing the while doing the job also. This is the only thing which you can do. I would suggest read GRs available on your bank employee portal, or if it's available, if your bank employee portal is not having it, read it on the RBI site. Net is available nowadays in your mobile also. Read it from there. At least in those GRs, what is to be read? Otherwise, full GR contains such a big page, and reading RBI brings almost every 2 days one GR. How will you study that much? So what the point is? Read the latest ones. And second, what is to be read in that? Only the heading. I'll tell you, here I am focusing on that. Only the heading plus first para. First para. That's it. Don't read anything else because otherwise it's 10-page GR. How will you read 10-page GR? Not possible in your bank time. Read the latest ones, then heading and first para. That much is enough for you for clearing this CIB. Follow IIBF vision. This you might be getting it right on your emails, isn't it? GR means the GRs given by RBI. Yeah, RBI gives the GRs on various points. In the sense, like for example, suppose RBI wants to promote some lending for some for, let's say, this what infrastructure. So RBI will send a GR to all the banks. Okay, GR means the basically notification from RBI. So it will send a GR to all the banks stating that, see, this is the infra and we have to push on this, or they will give you some guidance how to focus more on infrastructure lending. That's what, as per the RBI's guidelines or RBI's wish, looking at the overall portfolio. Why will RBI give the GR? RBI gives the GR after looking at the various scenarios in the economy. Okay, so that way RBI gives the GR. Okay, so coming back, so read those GRs from RBI as much as possible. Follow the IIBF vision. This is one of the best method for clearing CIB. The definitions given over there, and the latest updates given over there are very useful. When you do your bank's job, means when your boss instructs me, basically whenever you are doing your bank's job, look at the technical part of that job. Okay, always remember this technical. If you are in account opening, look at the technical part of that account opening. What is the risk? Always focus on, in CIB, focus on this word risk. Whichever job you are doing, let it be any job. You might be in account opening, you might be in clearing, you might be in this what loaning, anyone. So focus on the risk. This word, once you keep it in your mind, it's very easy for you to tackle CIB. Full CIB paper, ABM, BFM, mainly BFM. It's mainly on risk. Risk in forex, risk in that this local Indian, everywhere. It's only focusing on risk. So study early in the morning as much as possible. As of now, you are joining the class for 7 to 8. You'll say, how much early, sir? 7 to 8, yeah, I have joined. Now before 7, how can I get up and go to the bank also? After bank also, I have to come to the class. So if you have joined the class, just follow the class. That's it. Okay, follow the class and do this. That tests, whatever tests are available to you in your package, try to give the test as much as possible. Okay, if possible, read the ebooks. Okay, I'll be sharing the PDF during my lectures. Those PDFs are also enough. But do follow the tests at any cost. Why? Because it gives you where you stand. Once on the Sunday, give it. Or in the evening, it's available at your free time. Okay. Study in the weekend with full efforts and dedication and utilize the weekend. Right. 2 months, don't go for any hoteling. Don't go anywhere. Study there. Okay. For 2 months only. If your job is far away, study while traveling. This happens with many of us. Means we are somewhere and we have to go around 40-50 kilometers away. Okay, many a times it happens in our job. So we travel roughly 30 kilometers is an average travel nowadays. Those who are in Mumbai, they might be referring, they might be able to grasp it better, right? So in that case, suppose if you want, you can definitely go for studies. Okay, you can go for studies during means in the sense during traveling. Okay, okay, chalo, next one. So how can I rob the time? That's okay, done. Now BFM syllabus is very essential for the aspirants who are preparing for upcoming CIB 23. That's okay, man. This all you know. Okay. I'll come to the main point. Okay. Live classes here. Now the point over here is we at Adda 24/7 will be providing you live classes, ebooks, tests, everything. Okay. So try to cover as much as possible. Ebooks, tests, whatever is possible, try to cover them, because the more you dedicate your time, the more you will be able to score it. See, your target is always keep your target as 60 plus. I always keep my target as 60 plus. Okay. So once I keep the 60 plus, I'll get at least 50. If I focus on 50, I'll come down. Okay. So that's why always focus on 60 plus. Okay. The subject has been divided into four modules. This BFM. Okay. Module A, international banking. Module B, risk management. Module C, treasury. And module D, balance sheet. So this subject is in four modules. Okay. Now, in that case, first module and the second module. Okay. First and the second module are very important. In the sense, this is module A is not related at all to any of these module B, C, D. This is totally different. Module B is related to C and is related to D. So if you understand module B correctly, you will understand module C and D very easily. So that's why I'm saying module A and B, these two are totally, these are the pillars on which this module C and D stands. See here, keep it very simple. Module D basically is for Basel. You'll see major thing is Basel over here. Basel. And Basel, the Basel 3 nowadays, okay? And in Basel also you'll see what the second, this Basel has three parts basically require, okay? Capital requirement and supervisory. Capital requirement, that is the first part, right? Requirement. Anyone knows what is Basel? What are the requirements of Basel? First is capital. Second is anyone? Capital. Second is, it is supervisory, SREP we call it, right? SREP. And third is balance sheet. So this you will see mainly balance sheet, whatever is over here it is basically over here, module D. So this is basically Basel. Treasury is a theory topic, mainly theory. We have one or two numericals over here, but these two are very important. Yeah, supervisor review, correct. So extension syllabus from previous papers. Yeah. See here, one thing I'll tell you, BFM paper has not been changed that much. Earlier also there were only these four modules: international, risk, treasury, and this balance sheet. It was there in earlier course also. Same thing over here. There has not been any major change. Yes, two or three topics have been added. Over here in international banking, they have added two topics, two or three. Okay. And some part of the portion means slight changes they have done around 10 to 15%. But 70 to 75% portion they have kept it same. Because it was the latest earlier also. Now also it's the latest. There is nothing else in banking other than this. At least at the senior level I'm talking. Huh? Now everyone, before going ahead, those who are watching on YouTube, download Adda 24/7 app on your mobile. Okay, those who are in the class, you might have already downloaded. So yeah, here you'll get premium study material plus ebooks plus tests, everything. Okay, live classes. So download it right now. Okay. Also, subscribe to Officers Adda 24/7 channel. Now, in this channel, remember, you'll be getting two things. Number one, free YouTube series. This is very important. See here, I always tell everyone, whatever is available free, grab it first, isn't it? Here you get free YouTube series, right? Right now, what are you getting? This orientation class. It's a sort of free YouTube series. Every day I take it free YouTube series at 6:30 a.m. in the morning, a.m. Okay, 7:30 a.m. for CAIIB, that is BFM, and 8:30 a.m. for ABM. I personally take it over here. Okay, all these three. Okay, so these are the three sessions which I take, but plus others also. So whatever is free, grab it fast, isn't it? So subscribe to it. Click on the bell icon. Okay, now let me come to each topic. individually. Okay, each topic. So module A, international banking. Yeah, ebooks are uploading. They are uploading it. Okay. Yeah. BFM class timing from tomorrow. Yeah, 7 to 8 morning. The timing is 7 to 8 in the morning. Same time. Right now, whatever we are having, 7 to 8. Okay. So module A, international banking, exchange rates and forex business, LRS, liberalized remittance scheme. Now, this exchange rate and forex, this is the base of this topic. How exchange rates are decided. Here you will get all those direct rates. You might have studied some part in this JIB also. Direct and indirect rates, that you will be getting it again. Then cash, Tom, everything, all those things, right? Plus you will be getting some difficult part that is called as bill rate, TT rate, TC rate, and cash rate. So this forms the base of the numericals. On this topic, numericals are asked. Okay, forex business. So again, forex business means what are the peculiarities of forex business? Like 24 hours a day, then it changes every second. Forex business is not like the static business. Right now, also as you are watching this class, okay, things are happening in the world. Russia is trying to attack Ukraine. Then China is trying to attack this Taiwan. US banks are failing. So this all these things will affect your forex business. They'll affect your dollar rate. They'll affect your rupee rate. India and all these countries are trying to de-dollarize, and this is the main concept coming up. Everyone de-dollarize. Okay, all the Asian countries are now planning for this de-dollarization. Okay, this is one of the major things happening in the world. So these all things will affect you, affect your forex business. Okay, LRS, liberalized remittance scheme, means how much money I can send it out mainly. So LRS scheme is there from the government that you'll study. Other remittance facilities means what all remittance can the residents do outside. Remittance means sending out, huh? Mainly sending out. Government is focusing on sending out. Coming in is okay. Government will suppose if something comes in. So government is more than happy if dollars come in, right? But if dollars go out, then government is always sad and it tries to prevent those dollars from going out. Then you have correspondent banking and NRI accounts. Correspondent banking means we had this earlier also. Those who have done, those who are in clearing department, those who have worked in clearing, you might be knowing correspondent banking. Where we don't have a branch, we used to issue DDs on those branches on other banks. So that is called as correspondent banking. Same logic is used over here also. Okay, like in foreign, suppose if I am working in, let's say, Federal Bank. Okay, Federal Bank might not be having the branch in USA, but if I have to do a trade in USA, then what? I'll find a partner bank over there. Partner bank means correspondent bank. These banks have all that Nostro, Vostro accounts, right? And Loro. So Nostro, Vostro, Loro. These are the three things which you'll be seeing in this correspondent banking. NRI account. So all those three, four types of accounts. NRE, NRO, FCNR, and next one is RFC. This we don't know. Many of us don't know, right? NRE, NRO we know. But even NRE, NRO we don't know many things. NRE, NRO, FCNR. Okay. So these all accounts we'll be studying over here. Then LCs. LCs is the main part of this forex and it is the main part of total world business. If you want to remove your risk or nullify your risk, you have to study LC. And LC is a major source of business and revenue for the banks. Okay, so that's why facilities to exporters and importers. What are the facilities given by the government to exporters and importers? Various facilities. Main facilities are to exporters. Few facilities are given to importers. Few. Here there are few. Why? Because importer gives out the dollars. Yeah, but here we give it for capital accounts. Capital imports. Capital means machinery. Capital means huge machineries which we import. So here government gives facilities for them. Why? Because that machinery will come in and production will happen. Because of that export will happen. So that's why facilities are more for exporters, less for importers. ECB. external commercial borrowing, and foreign investment in India. Here you will see all that ECB means there are basically from the banking perspective. You have two, three types of ECBs. Means ECB has two parts in it for banking. Number one, what you have in ECB is this buyer's credit, supplier's credit. Trade credits we call it. Buyer and supplier credit. We call trade credit. Okay, supplier credit. Okay, so that is ECB. And then various other ECBs are also there. ECB is basically what's here. Understand the meaning. Borrowing. Borrowing means loan. I'm taking a loan, right, from outside. That's the meaning of ECB. So borrowing from outside. So buyer's credit is also borrowing from outside. Supplier's credit borrowing from outside. Okay. Foreign investment. There are various types of foreign investments. FDI is there. FDI is there. FPI is there. See here, FPI and FDI. These are the two important investments in India. Okay. FII is not an investment. Remember, many of the books write this as FII. FII is not an investment. FII is a person, foreign institutional investor. That person does FPI. It's like you are having the share account. Share means you are holding the shares. So are you the shares? No, you are a separate person. You are holding the shares. So that is like this: FPI, foreign portfolio investment; FDI, foreign direct investment. Okay, so you'll be studying both of them. Risk in foreign trade, role of ECGC. ECGC means basically insurance company. All fine. Is it possible to clear in single attempt? Yeah, it is possible. It is possible. What I would suggest is follow the classes, complete all the classes, follow the classes and test. Mainly, I'll tell you follow the classes and tests. Do not go here and there now because that is enough. See here, classes, test, and if possible, ebooks, if possible. Huh? But classes and tests, that's enough for you. Okay. So next, role of Exim Bank, ECGC. It's basically about Export Credit Guarantee Corporation. This is basically insurance. Okay. Insurance means if why is insurance needed? Okay, why is your bike insurance needed? Why is your car insurance needed? If something happens to that bike or car, so the same logic over here. If I'm sending some goods outside, if tomorrow the airplane through which I'm sending it collapses or that ship sinks, mainly the trade, foreign trade is done through ships. So if that ship goes down, sinks, then who will pay for my loss? That is ECGC. So here you'll come up with various policies of ECGC. There are various policies. ECGC has some policies for the banks, some policies for this exporters. Okay. Role of Exim Bank. Now these are various theory topics. Okay, everything is theory over here. Here you won't have any problem. Okay, no numericals. So all starting from this sixth, you can say complete 10 theory. This is complete theory. So you can just ratify them. Okay, whatever is told to you. So role of Exim Bank, Reserve Bank, exchange control in India, FEMA, FEDI, all these things. So it's a theory part. Now this is the new topic added. This and this, these two. International Financial Service Center, IFSC, and GIFT City. These are the models which are being prepared by the government in the modern era. Means last 5 6 years they have prepared these. GIFT City, it's in Gujarat. Okay. Similarly, not only Gujarat, they are preparing it in various places now. So similarly, this International Finance Service Center. These are similar to that of those SEZ models. SEZ you might have studied somewhere in your college or somewhere in JIB also. SEZ. It is similar on that lines, but it's not exactly SEZ. Similar on those lines. Technology in international banking. What are the latest technologies? Now, I'll tell you main technology. Even this LC business which we are studying, LC in our BFM, that is also going now. Everywhere. What is new coming up? Bankers payment obligation, BPO. Those who are in trade finance, they might be knowing this BPO, bankers payment obligation. Even this CBDC, when once it comes in, CBDC means central bank digital currency. That will also create a major change in this international trade because CBDC tracks the foreign currency very far, very sharply. Okay, so these are the technologies in international banking. Then we come to module B, again tougher one. Risk and basic risk management framework. Now here it comes. What are the? This is mainly of the head office level. I don't know what happens here in BFM. I'll tell you one thing. In BFM, they feel that, means the IIBF feels that you all are working in treasury. They feel that you all are working in treasury and you do daily bond buying, bond selling, then this what this risk management, ALCO team, ALM, you are working there. They don't know you are working in clearing department in the branch and putting this that what check truncation. You are working in cash, daily cash in, daily cash out. They feel you all are working at the head office level, and that's why the portion is given in that sort. Okay, so that's a joke part, actually, jovial part. But okay, after all, we have to follow whatever is given, because after all, the question is of what? Who can tell me the question is of? Why have you to study CIB? The question is of, yeah. Why should you study CIB? The question is mainly of what? Who can tell me? In the comment section, type fast. Correct. Correct. Rajlakshmi, very good. You should be very focused on whatever you want. Okay. Increment, double increment is the important part. Means if you are in the officer level, then single. Otherwise, clerical level double. Right. So increment mainly, even I would say, see here I keep the things very simple. Increment, bonus, salary, bonus, salary, okay, all these things. I count it very simple. Only call them one word, that is money, right? After all, it's money, isn't it? Simple. You call it anything. Suppose if tomorrow, I'll give you a simple example. See this. You all are working in the banks, right? You're getting some salary, whatever you might be getting, 60,000, 70,000, whatever it might be. Suppose if tomorrow some company comes to you and tells you, be at home, I'll give you a salary of 1.5 lakhs per month. Work from home. Okay. Won't you go? Anyone will go. It's after all, what are you looking at? Money and your work life balance. So that's the thing. After all, see, your life is like that. Never get stuck to anything. Never get stuck to means always it's said that love your profile, not your company. I go a step forward. I say love your money, not your profile. Love your profile, not your company. Because after all, if some company gives you huge post, big post, regional officer, or they give you some regional manager or some general manager, and they tell you, sir, the salary will be of that of your junior level only, what was there earlier, clerical. Okay. So salary will be that, but we'll be giving you post. You'll say tata bye bye, isn't it? After all, everywhere, what counts in the end is what you take home, right? So coming back, okay. So risk and basic risk management. So here you will be covering complete risk of the banking system. Various risks are there. Means risk can be counted into not only three types of risk: credit, market, ops, but there are various other risks also. Okay. So what Basel has done, Basel has combined these risks into three parts: credit, market, ops, and one more they have added, that is systemic risk now. Systemic, systemic risk. This is means what? Systemic means what? Due to the failure of one bank or financial institution, everything fails. You might have seen this now, SVB Bank, right? SVB, Silicon Valley Bank. Anyone knows what has happened to this bank? Then Credit Suisse, Credit Suisse, right? All you have heard in last 2 3 months, all these banks names: Credit Suisse, big bank, this bank, that bank. But what happened? Failed, zero. Credit Suisse Bank, zero. SVB, zero. Right? What has happened? And these things have affected our banking system also. So that's why this is called a systemic risk. So risk in banking business. What are the various risks? So these two can be combined, these two topics. Okay. 11 and 12. Then risk regulations in banking industry. What are the regulations from RBI side? Then you have what is the market risk? What is the credit? See here, I'll again tell you, there are basically three risks, four in fact, but three are main: market risk, credit, and ops, operations. I think so. Operation might be over here. Yeah, see this operations. So there are basically three risks. Remember one thing about all these risks: credit risk, market risk, and ops risk, operations. Out of this, credit and operations is in your hands, but market risk is never in your hands. This is not in your hands. Not in your hands. Means SVB bank failing, SVB bank fail, Credit Suisse fail. Is it in your hands? RBI increasing the repo rates. Is it in your hands? No. So whatever comes externally, which is not in your hands, is known as market risk. Credit and ops, it's simple. Means credit means whether to give a loan or not. That is what I have to decide. Right? Operations, how to function the systems, how to keep the systems updated. That is in my hands. If I don't look at it as a banker, then of course it's my fault, isn't it? Liquidity risk. This is again a part of this. It comes into this these above three risk only. Means it mainly comes in this liquidity, comes in this market risk part. Okay, and even credit part. Means if there are more NPAs, I'll face a problem in the liquidity risk. If there are certain attacks from outside, like this SVB or Credit Suisse failure, I'll be facing the liquidity risk. Then Basel 3 framework. Basel 3 framework, only one thing has been added, that is systemic risk. Okay. So that will be studying systemic risk and the various parts, means how SREP affects the banking, and there is some model called as ICAP. We'll be studying that also, and that will be sure question for you. Remember, this ICAP is always a sure question in exam. Always. There are two things actually, ICAP and ILAP. Okay. These two things will be sure for you in exam, and we'll be studying that only in Basel 3. Okay. So at that time I'll be telling you whatever it is. I won't bother you today itself. Otherwise you'll say, sir, आज ही शुरू हो गए, आज तो पहला दिन है. I won't bother you right now, isn't it? Next is treasury. Now this is all mainly theory. Okay, it has nothing to do. There are two numericals over here, generally two, but those are simple ones, very simple. Okay, mainly this is theory. So introduction to treasury management. So here you'll see all those front office, back office, and mid office. These three offices of treasury. This you'll see it over here. Treasury products. What all are the products? There are various financial products. Can anyone name any product? Anyone knows any financial product? Anyone? Type fast in the comment section. Anyone knows any financial products on the YouTube also? If you're watching it on YouTube, type fast in the comment section. What all are the financial products? One or two, any two names. Okay. What do you say? Financial products. Okay, I'll give you one or two examples. Okay. One is this derivatives, right? Derivatives. Derivatives means again there are two, three types in derivatives. In fact, everything is derivatives only. There are two, three types. What are those? Anyone? Options. Remember, no, SIP is different. Options. Forward, future. Swap, financial swap. Okay, swaps. Then BPO, this bankers payment obligation, that is also traded nowadays. So swaps, options, futures, there are many. I can name almost 5, 6 more. Okay, so these you will be studying. Then international equity and debt products. So debt products means basically bonds you will be dealing in. International bonds. Then equity also. How to invest in equity. Then funding and regulatory aspects. Means this is all a daily part of treasury. Remember, funding and regulatory aspects. What all are the regulatory aspects from this RBI's perspective? How should the funding be managed by the banks? Treasury risk management. Now, risk management, it includes again derivatives. These parts again come over here. Okay, swaps, futures, everything. There's arbitrage. One more is there. Arbitrage. You might have heard some names over here. Arbitrage. Then you have heard this hedging, hedge, right? These are all the financial instruments, and everyone we have to follow that. Yeah, forward contracts. Forward contracts here. I'll just T-bills. T-bills are purchased by RBI. See, here T-bills are purchased and sold by RBI. Remember, T-bills means what? Basically, these are treasury bills. It's like that FD of the government. What is RBI? What is RBI? Tell me. What is RBI? RBI is a banker to the government. It's as simple, isn't it? As you have a bank account. Suppose I am having a bank account. So let's say I'm having a bank account in, let's say, SBI. So SBI is my banker. Similarly, government is having the account in RBI. So RBI is the banker. Whatever government wants, they want some more money, RBI will arrange for that money. How? They'll arrange for through these T-bills, through these bonds. They will sell those bonds and get the money. It's as simple. So RBI acts as this banker to the government, mainly, main role. Okay. The main role of RBI, does anyone know what is the main role of RBI? Main role of RBI is, anyone? What? How can you? How does a common person judge RBI? Means how will I say my RBI is functioning properly or not? Main role comes through anyone in the comment section. Credit management, yes, correct. Credit management, currency, yes. Main part I'll tell you. Main part currency is all these are affected. Currency, credit, these all lead to what? These all lead to inflation. Always remember, main job of RBI is inflation. If tomorrow there is huge inflation, all of us, monetary policy, correct, regulations of banks, supervisory, but main always common man judges RBI from inflation perspective. If your inflation goes high, what is happening in Pakistan? What is happening in Sri Lanka? Okay, what is happening in USA? Forget Pakistan. What is happening in USA? USA inflation is going high now, skyrocketing. Even in UK, England, developed countries, inflation is going high, right? Why high? Because the central government or the central banks over there couldn't manage their basic role so as such. Okay, so main role of RBI is inflation from the common man's perspective. Other roles are there: supervision of bank, then credit management, currency management, forex management, monetary policy. All these, okay, they are there. Okay, so coming back, treasury risk management. So in risk management, you will be studying all these derivative instruments. Okay. Then derivative products again. See here, this full topic you will see derivative everywhere. Here also you will see derivative. Here also you will see derivative. Here also everywhere you will see in asset liability management also you will see the derivative, because nothing in treasury works without derivatives. Why do we use derivatives? Because of main part is hedging the risk. Hedging means controlling the risk. Hedging means controlling. Okay, that is known as controlling. Okay, why do you take insurance? Why do you take insurance? You and me. Why do you take insurance of your car, bike, of your house, whatever it is, of your life? Why do you take insurance? To cover the risk, hedging the risk. That's it. So government also does. RBI also does the same thing, isn't it? Then components of asset and liability management in banks, capital adequacy Basel norms, asset classification and provisioning norm. Now these are all the theory topics. You might have studied them in JIB also. Some part provisioning you might have substandard, then doubtful one, doubtful two, loss, everything. And nowadays we have SMA also, SMA 0, 1, 2. So that you'll be studying. Components of asset and liabilities means all those of banks. What are your assets? Loans. What are your liabilities? Deposits. And then you'll be studying the full thing. Theory topic, again theory. Liquidity, interest rate, fund management. These are all again theory topics. REROC. REROC means return on this capital. Remember, out of this REROC, important part is this ROC, return on capital. Whatever I have invested, whether I am getting it back. RA means what? Risk adjusted. So after adjusting the risk, but main is this ROC. If I invest 1 lakh rupees in something, I must get some amount of it. So that is ROC and profit planning. Okay. Then this is module D. This balance sheet will cover mainly. It will be focusing on these Basel norms of this means pillar 3. This is basically third pillar of Basel. Okay, balance sheet management. So this you will be studying it in details. This third pillar you will be studying in details. Okay. So those who are watching on YouTube, okay, kindly join the selection batch of BFM. ABM has also started. Join it fast. Okay. How to join it? I'll show you. See this. Use this code Y432. 80% off is going on. Double validity on Mahapacks. In fact, here Mahapacks are useful for you. Those who have joined this class also. Okay. Those who are in ABM or BFM joined, you can also go for Mahapacks. There's some minor additional amount and you can pay it. I'll give you the link in the class. Okay. Today ABM class info. Just remind me. I'll send you the link. Okay. So in even in this, yeah, definitely you can have it. Because you should join. Why am I suggesting this Mahapack? In Mahapack, what I have, you are having 15 plus batches, 15 plus batches per subject. Now, even if you attend one batch, means one batch at a time, and you attend 15 batches, do you think you need to study again? No, right? Because once you get go through any subject almost 5 6 times, forget 15. Even if you study this 5 times, then also you learn almost 70 to 80% of the topic. Okay, so that's why join these Mahapacks. You all those who are in the single batch system, means those who have joined this ABM, BFM, this batch, you can go for Mahapacks using this, paying some additional amount. I'll give you that link. Okay, in the class, remind me today. I'll give you that link. Okay, or even in this comment section, I'll put it somewhere. Okay, in this. So, how to go for it? Those who are watching on YouTube, everyone. Okay, so remember how to go for these classes. Okay, so one thing I'll tell you. One sec. Let me go to Adda 24/7 live. If you're having the app, I would always suggest to you to go through the app. Okay. In app, what you get? You get almost that coin system also. 1% extra you are getting. Okay. One sec. Let me share that. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. See this. Go to Adda 24/7. Yeah. In Adda 24/7, once you go on the front page. Those who are watching on YouTube, okay. Click on JIB and CIB. You'll see the JIB, CIB, Mahapack, CIB 23. Click on CIB 23. This is batch you will be seeing. See this. Join this selection batch. Okay. Click on this. You'll see the details of the batch. All the details, timing, dates, everything. See this. BFM. It's told over here. 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. The same batch. Okay. So similarly, you'll see for other batches also. So join them. Study plan is there. Then look at the fees part. See, recorded videos are available. You can ask the questions. As you have seen, many of you are asking the questions right now also. So similarly over here, more offers. Click on more off. Put the code Y432. Never forget this code Y432. This will give you 80% off. Otherwise, you get 78%. 2% extra. Who doesn't want? And if you are in this app, you'll get 1% extra, 81. So 3% extra. So look at the fees. 23,999 reduces to 4,799. Such a huge discount. And it's an investment for lifetime. In fact, for Mahapacks, I always tell you about Mahapacks. What is this Mahapack? Look at this. Those who are in the batch also, you also look at this Mahapack. If you have not joined Mahapack, JIB, CIB, Mahapack, click on this. Okay, click on CIB ka Mahapack. Okay, look at this. Once you click on this CIB ka Mahapack, you'll see these details. See this 15 plus batches for ABM, BFM, ABFM, BRBL. All case study batches are available, ebooks are available, everything is available. You can read it. Okay. Now again coming to the fees part, see this 78% off. Don't settle for 78%. I'll give you more. See this. Put the code Y432. Click on apply. Look at this. Again 80% off. Again on the app 1% extra. So 34,999 and 6,999. Such a huge discount and validity is double 6 plus 6 months. You can use this pack for 12 months, isn't it? Go for it, I would suggest. Because after all, it's a matter of 2 increments, isn't it? Chalo, I'll be back with the live class from tomorrow. Okay. So bye from my side, and hope so you have enjoyed this session today. Okay, and you have got the feel of what BFM is. Okay, that's important. Yeah, additional amount I'll tell you, not an issue. Okay, I'll just give you the link and you can use that. Okay, chalo, bye. Bye everyone. Thank you. Bye everyone. Bye bye bye. Live classes at 7 to 8 in the morning every day. BFM. ABM evening, same time, 7 to 8 in the evening. ABM 7 to 8 in the evening, BFM 7 to 8 in the morning. Chalo, bye.